Yes, people. What's going on? Back again with another Red Talk. Flawless. What's good, my guy?
Yeah, fam, I'm all blessed. I'm all blessed, man. Everything good on your end?
Calm, bro. I'm calm. Big up everyone inside. Big up the chat. Big up Rhino, blood. You man
Shout out,
already know what it is. Run up the likes and the way in. And
I
yeah,
know.
bruv, man, starting to see some encouraging news coming out in the midst of what, bruv? One of the shit seasons we've ever seen.
Yo, fam, you see how you you see how you just introed that? That's how I
Yeah.
feel about just I just don't want to talk about Manchester United, man. I love doing shit. It's just what more can we say? Yeah, if it's the Zerbi, these wouldn't be my first. Yeah, 16 out of 10 shirts are out, people as well. So go to the website, go check them out.
That's
But
crazy.
yeah.
Bro, the turnaround, flawless, bro. See, bro, listen, I wish our director of football moving like flawless, fam. Man got the teaser ready, fam.
Hey, somebody clip that. I'll put that out. I appreciate that, Rants.
This
Love.
is
You know what I'm saying?
crazy, bro.
I
You know
said
what
the
I'm saying?
turnaround was bad. Yeah, man. 16 out of 10 teams out, people. Shopify. Wait, what is it? sarcasmcitytv.myshopify.com. Someone will drop the link in the chat. Yeah, man. Go check
Unreal.
them out, man. 2 different designs, 4 different color shirts. You know what I'm saying? The email's there for help, the whole 9, people. We got you. At a great price of £16, 10 pence. You already know.
Unbelievable, bruv. Do you know what I'm saying? Yo, listen, big up everyone inside. You already know what it
Big up,
is.
man.
Good noises coming out about Sancho. Obviously, bro, like I
Oh,
knew
this
that was gonna be
me.
the case
Go on,
anyway.
what you saying about Sancho? What's going
They're
on?
just saying that obviously if that pagan leaves, then he'll be open to staying, which we kind of already knew.
Which makes sense. Because
Do you
that
know what
was
I'm
his only
saying?
issue. That was his only issue at the football club. He didn't have no issues
Mm,
before that. Even though his form wasn't the best, there was no
mm.
talk of him leaving. There was no talk
None,
of him.
none whatsoever. Do you know what I mean? Because United would have sold him a certain dream when he came in. They would have told him he would have had a certain level of importance
Mhm.
that he wasn't given. Do you know what I'm saying? But in a new regime, especially with what it looks like, INEOS are trying to do the young British core thing. Like, bro, he fits right in. Do you know what I
Yes.
mean? He's of a good age, um, good, bruv, skill level is as high as they come. And bro, if they're also saying that they want Kobe Mino to be one of the faces of the project, bro,
I
like,
did see that
bro,
with the new deal. I did
it,
see. I did see
this
that
is
about leaving,
crazy. Do you know what
which
I'm
makes
saying? Because if they go and get a Zerbi and then, bruv, you got a Kobe Mino and you got a Jadon Sancho, yeah, then all of a sudden things are looking decent. Even players like Mason Mount, yeah, in a De Zerbi system, yeah, man can actually get something out of him because he's got the energy for that De Zerbi man-to-man press that De Zerbi likes to utilize. Do you know what I'm saying?
what you saying, and that ties into it. It's not an individual name thing, and what I've spoken about many times before. Whether it's a
Mm,
player I rate or a player I don't rate, do they fit the system the manager's trying to play? And forget the system the
mm.
manager, the club is. Do you fit the system of the club? Whether I rate you or not. That's why I've said no more clean slates. None of that. Like it needs to be. This is the way we're playing. You then identify a manager who plays said way, and then you
Mm.
realize and then figure out, okay, these are the players at the club who can play this way even if they're
Yep.
not to the highest level. The other players you get rid of, and then you bring players in. And to answer that question, the guy you mentioned about De Zerbi, no, De Zerbi wouldn't be my first choice, no. However, if we were to get him, okay, cool. I'm not against it like I am a Potter or a Southgate. I'm not against it. I'm like, okay, give you a shot.
This is crazy. Hold on, what's this, bruv? What's this thing man seeing here with Pochettino, blood?
Oh,
Cussing
when
someone out.
oh yeah, because someone asked him about the penalty scenario when he
Yeah.
was arguing Madueke and Jackson. So I
Right.
think that's what it is.
Hold on a minute, bruv. Man, he's something, bruv. Let me watch this video, blood. Because,
Yeah,
bro,
go.
he looks like, bro, that look like man kind of start sticking it on Donny, blood. What's this? Hold on.
Okay, we didn't talk about all one.
That's my question.
You stopped the press conference. We didn't stop the press conference. You stopped the press conference.
No, the question was in this way was
Management of a press conference.
Wow.
Oh, yo, man just walked up. Yo,
Man,
hold on. Hold on, bruv. What? I'm so confused. Man just said, yo, bruv, fuck all this, bro. Man said you keep asking the same question. I'm out of here, bruv.
You know what? If I just won 6-0, I'd be pissed too.
It's true though. How can man win 6-0 and you're trying to bring some negativity to
I'd
me?
be pissed. I
Team
would be
win
annoyed too.
6-0,
Yeah, yeah,
bruv.
yeah,
Man
yeah.
said, fuck this.
I'd be annoyed too if that's all you ask me about. Yeah. So I get that to an extent. I'm just laughing at my man saying, "Yeah, shit management of a press conference." I'm
Yeah,
with this, man.
nah.
We need more of this, man. Ten Hag
No-
walked out. Poch walked out.
Yeah, bro, but this
Add
is what
some
man
spice.
need to do. Man
Add
said
some
the
spice.
journalist got banned after that. That's what I'm saying,
Yeah,
bro.
he's getting banned.
Nah,
after
that's
that.
what needs to happen, bro. Because the way man was just pointing at man said, yeah, all right, cool, say no more. But it's like, bro, man don't have to answer your questions, bro. Like, they're obliged to turn up. That's it. I'm not obliged to answer your questions. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's one of them ones where that's it, bro. Man won 6-0, but then man are looking for a headline.
Yeah. That's what it is.
Do you know? And that's what I mean.
That's what it is.
Oh, bruv, listen, this is some idiot thing. Do you know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
then man said he couldn't manage the press conference. You know, that's crazy. Man, I have to go back over there and grips him up.
Yeah, man said, "Yo, shit, man." Oh, those made me laugh. Shit management of a press conference. Was that specific? Because
Nah,
you're trying to catch that specific.
No, but the funny thing is with these journals, yeah, bro, they think they're way more, yeah, important than they are, bro. It's like, bruv, you're not important. You see now with social media and that, bro, like you're even less important than you were before. Like we don't need you.
Yeah,
We do not need you, blood.
That's true.
You
Man
know,
didn't
like
have to
that.
do all that. Like, you can't be. Why are you asking him about the pen? Like, it shouldn't, because he said it was that one question the entire press conference, which it shouldn't have been. Ask him about it, yes, but it shouldn't be. Obviously, we've not got footage. Well, I've not seen the whole press conference. But if it was that, then it's peak. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But nah, man, honestly, yeah, the way we do things in the summer is gonna tell me a lot about
Talk about it. I've been saying
about
this.
where we're going, innit? Like the first thing we need to do is obviously bring in the right manager. All the noises surrounding the Zerbi are positive for me because obviously man already know that his number 2 is at Nice, innit? And also man spoke to my guy that's over there in France, and he said that he started well.
Oh,
Do you know
really?
what I'm saying? Yeah.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So one of them ones where fam, he started well over there. He said they're playing good football. So if we get the Zerbi, then it's decent for us. And especially it looks like these men have got more of a systematic approach to this rebuild, innit? And if it means that we're gonna be doing it little by little and bringing in the coach and then bringing in the players little by little and kind of getting rid of players, bro, he's the right guy, bruv. Like when man talk about project managers and stuff like that, if you're gonna try and have a project or you're gonna try and build a style of play, because this is what this manager will do. It'll be building a style of play and identity for the club. That's his main job, bro. Like his main job is to literally set the framework. And then even if he ends up getting sacked in 18 months, 2 years, the framework's already there, innit?
Again, that's why I'm hoping it's like with players. I'm hoping it's not De Zerbi for his name. It's we want to play that style and De Zerbi best fits that. And if let's say De Zerbi doesn't work out in a year, 18 months, the next manager plays similar to him, and so forth and so forth. So you don't have to bring in a new manager and get rid of all the players who are there and bring in a whole heap of new players. That's where I'm at. Whatever, I've been saying this and I will continue, pick a style. Whatever the style is, please just pick one, because we do not know what we are, and that irks me. It really annoys me because that's not nothing to do with anything major. That's not a money thing. That's not, there's teams in League One who will have an identity. All right, this is the way we play. Cool. Pick one. Like I've used it before. We're a restaurant and you don't know what food we're serving. One time it's Caribbean, then it's African the next day, then it's Mexican, then it's Italian. How do you hire a chef for that?
Yeah,
How do you hire a chef? You know what I'm saying? How do you hire a chef? You hire the chef to cook Italian food. Now it's Mexican this week. What? Like
that's crazy.
It don't make no sense. And that's where we're at. We need a fit.
Yeah, we just need to know what we're getting.
Just please. Again, I'm here asking for basics. I'm not even asking for results. I'm not saying go and challenge for a league. I'm not saying go and compete for the. Hey, you know what? You lot just please pick a style. This is the way we're going forward. That's where we're at. So if it's De Zerbi, all right, go get De Zerbi, but please don't make it because De Zerbi is at Brighton and he plays a good brand of football. Because then what will happen is if De Zerbi don't work, well then go and get the next guy who might play completely opposite to De Zerbi.
Yeah, but no, we're not gonna do
Which
that.
is foolish. I hope not. I hope not.
De Zerbi needs to come in and be who Ten Hag was supposed to be. Because even when Ashworth went in at Brighton, they sacked Houghton. Do you know what I mean? They got Potter, and then when Potter left, they got the Zerbi. So it didn't venture too far away from the kind of football they were playing. So, for instance, if we do get the Zerbi, if we do get rid of him in 2 years, we're not going to get a manager that plays a completely different style. I think the style that the manager plays is going to be the new blueprint for the project. Do you know what I mean? And that's the main thing, bro. That's what it needs to be. That's what it needs to be, and that's great. Like people saying stuff about Unai Emery and how De Zerbi ain't done well in his second season. It's bullshit, bro. It's bullshit. All that tells me is that you're not keeping an eye on what's going on in the league, bro. These men are going on like De Zerbi didn't sell McAllister to Liverpool, didn't sell Caicedo
They did lose players.
to
Yeah, they did lose players.
Chelsea, and who did they replace them with?
You're right. Oh, you're right.
Like what the hell are you talking about, bro?
You're right. 100%.
You know what I'm saying? Man sold his best players and didn't replace them. What do you expect him to do with that? What do you expect?
I do take that into consideration, and even looking at the league table here, Brighton are in 10th, and they're only like they're 3 points off Chelsea in 9th. They're not too far off European places. They're 6 points off of 6. So they're like, in regards to that, he's done well there. I give De Zerbi credit for what he's done at Brighton. I have my doubts about his adaptability. I have my doubts in regards to the way they've been beat. I mean, the way Brighton get beat at times. However, if it's him, it wouldn't be my first choice, but I'm not against the idea. Like I said, he's not.
Bro, he's got C-list ballers, you know, C-list ballers, and they're injured. Do you know what I mean? Where's Matoma? Do you know what I mean? Man, I ain't seen Matoma all season, bro. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's no.
Where is Matoma? He fell off.
Solly Marsh. He's been injured.
He
wasn't playing well at the beginning, and then he got injured. Solly Marsh as well. Do you know what I mean? That Enciso bread just came back. What's his name? Gilmore got injured as well. Like, bro, there's a few men that were playing that ain't playing no more. So what's man talking about? Like, injuries and sales is the reason why these man's form have dropped. Do you know what I'm saying?
It does play a part. That's why I don't put that too much on him.
Bro, so the narrative that he's not having a good season, given everything that he's gone through, you can tell where that agenda's coming from. Some dickhead that doesn't know football, bruv, that runs a Manchester United channel, clearly. Do you know what I mean? Because it's not from someone that watches the game.
Also, their expectations is much different, and the season's not over. So let's say they finish 7th or 8th. That's a good season for Brighton. That's where they're supposed to be. Because, like, I'm looking, let me check. Where did they finish? Let me have a look. Because last season, they finished 6th last season. So let's say they finished 6th or 7th this season. That's roundabouts where they should be. Bear in mind the players they've lost. You do have to take that into consideration. To me, if they finish 7th or 8th, like, good job. Now, if they finish 10th, 11th, or 12th, not a good job. But they'll probably finish around that. Probably.
Bro, and they got round to 16 in Europa, bro. Man are chatting rubbish, bro. He's done more than a good job. With the players that he's got, and the injuries he's got, he's meant to be probably nearer to where Everton are than where he actually is, bro. Man needs to be around 15th, 16th in the league, bro. So
like
I'm not really trying to hear
I'd look at it different. 100%. 100%.
Pardon?
I said I'd look at it different if they were like 15th, 16th, but they're not. They're roundabouts. They're not too far off where they should be. They're not. Probably 3-4 points.
Bro, considering what everything he's gone through, bro, he shouldn't even be where he is, bro. They don't have a top half of the table squad. They don't.
Not with Caicedo, Enzo leaving and stuff like they don't. He's doing well there. I give him props. Don't get me wrong. I give De Zerbi full props for how he's done at Brighton and the job he's done overall and how they play. I give him full props. It's just that jump to Manchester United is different. However, again, I repeat that I'm not against it. I just think there's better options. But yes, he's not Southgate. He's not Potter. I don't look at him like I look at those two. They're two just terrible ideas. Where De Zerbi, I can actually see the idea. I get it.
No, 100%, and that's it, bro. Brighton, like the Brighton owner said that their goal is to finish top half of the table, and you can see it because they don't reinvest their money.
Yeah, that's fair.
They don't reinvest their money. Look at all the money they got for Caicedo. Do you know what I mean? They didn't go out there and say, "All right, cool, we're gonna spend 150 million in the transfer window." Like, I don't know what they spent in that last window, but I'm sure it wasn't 150 million because like we might know some of their players if they did.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Them man didn't do that. So, brother, I don't know. I just really don't know how people are judging this manager. Like, because it just doesn't make sense.
Okay.
It doesn't. Like, what are you judging him on? Because to me, yeah, if a manager's overachieving, yeah, with the squad that they have, that makes them a good manager.
Yeah. I think, again, people are just looking at it. It's different now because you have other agendas. It might be people who don't want him at Manchester United or want Ten Hag to stay at Manchester United. So what they do is downplay any potential candidate who's linked with Manchester United or what he's not good at. Like every manager doesn't have some form of black mark. Whoever you think the best manager is in Europe right now, even if it's realistically or non-realistically, there's some form of black mark on their resume. So whoever, if he was like, yeah, go and get Pep. Pep has, as good as he is, has a black mark, whether it's an Ancelotti, whether it's a Klopp, whoever it is, people, I'm just throwing out those three names. So that's where it stems from. We've seen it people do with players all the time. Oh, you want to get rid of such and such a player. Well, who can you get who's better? And then you pick a name and they'll say, oh, well, he's bad at this and he's bad at that, etc., etc.
This is it, bro. And he said, yeah, you could tell he's frustrated because when they asked him about his future, he said he literally said he needs to speak to the owner and see basically what the ambitions are. But he knows they're not gonna spend money, bro. They're not gonna spend money, and he has to be an ambitious manager. If he wasn't ambitious, he would have just stayed in Italy, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? The fact that he's moved, do you know what I mean? He's gone to the Ukraine and now he's in England, yeah. It's because he's ambitious. He's ambitious, bro. So when people say, oh yeah, he doesn't want to win trophies and all that, that's bullshit. That's not true. He does want to win trophies, but he wants to do it the way he wants to do it. And I absolutely don't have a problem with that.
And he'll get his shot, even if United don't sign him, if he carries on at this rate, because he got linked to Bayern Munich. Somebody's got a top club, if he carries on like this at Brighton, is going to give him a shot. That's the way to do it, in particular in the Premier League. When we look at most managers who are in that, from that 6 to 10 positions in the league and are considered outside of the big six, the best managers, that's why Potter got a shot.
Yeah.
Oh, it was him before him in regards to, oh, he's the next best manager. He's the best manager outside of the big six. And Chelsea went and got him. Even though he wasn't managing, he was at City, he got his opportunity. So you are going to eventually, if you manage well in the Premier League. That's why people talk about who else has been linked? Thomas Frank is like that. The Areola is like that at Wolves. There's probably names I'm forgetting as well. Who else we've been linked to in the Premier League? Still been linked with Potter. There's everyone who's in that.
We haven't been linked to that Areola, bro, have we?
That's not Areola. Thomas Frank. Who's the other one?
We have been linked with Frank. We've been linked with Potter.
I'm thinking of Potter, De Zerbi. I'm thinking of someone else, but the names eluded me. The guy at what's his name? Gary O'Neill.
Yeah, we got linked to him as an assistant or something.
Yeah, as an assistant. Yeah, not Areola. Gary O'Neill. That was the one I was thinking of. We got linked. So that's the point I'm making is if you do well in that kind of second tier of the Premier League, people will look at you different.
I know what you're saying, but I don't know. I think his thing's different, bro. Honestly.
No, because you think he's better than them. I'm just making the point that if you're in that pool,
I hear that, but he hasn't got the same history as them. Do you know what I mean? He don't have the same history as them. When you look at what he's done previous to that, he's actually got a body of work, he's got a philosophy, and he's got previous of going places, improving teams and taking them and doing different things. Like I just don't understand.
That's Sassuolo, right?
Yeah, exactly, bro. Like there's no comparison between him, bro. Like honestly, some of the arguments that I see for the Zerbi, honestly, bro, it shows me just how low some people's IQs are, bro. Like it's confusing me, bro. Like it's really, really confusing me, bro.
But you know how certain people judge football, so it shouldn't surprise you in regards.
But it's not even about judging football. It's about using common sense in life, bro. And there's nothing more frustrating than speaking to people that are stupid, bro. Like honestly, like there's nothing more frustrating. It's like how can you honestly, how can you look at the players that he has that we can all be honest that none of us rate? Like, how can you look at all these players that you don't rate, see the football he plays with them, and then say that he's not a good manager, bro? Like, it doesn't make no sense. None of his players are that good, bro. None of them.
True.
None of them. Forget Brighton, yeah. Forget
Go on.
Brighton for a second. If no one's seen Brighton play or anything like that, and guys, they said, "Oh yeah, guys, we're gonna go get Danny Welbeck back," they'll be like, "What the fuck for?"
Yeah,
Do you know what I'm saying? What the fuck for? But bro, when he plays for Brighton, bro, he's better than anything we got in attack.
because that's due down to the system as well.
Of course, it's down to the system.
That
bro.
helps.
Of
That
course, it
definitely
is.
helps. You know, like that's where it stems from. That's why I'm like back to what I was saying just before. Yeah, manager with
bro.
the system.
Like, do you know what I'm saying? It's stupid, bro. Some of the arguments, bro. Like, if man said, "Oh yeah, we're gonna go get Billy Gilmore," be like, "Why? Why?"
If man were like, yeah, go get NC
Like, bro, we're gonna go get Lewis Dunk. Why?
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Why?
Yeah,
You know what I mean, bro? These players that are playing, yeah,
they're not the greatest. They are.
bruv, they're not good, bro.
I agree
Like,
with
they're
that.
C-level players at best.
I agree with that.
At best, their best players are C-level players.
Mm.
Do you know what I'm saying? If we say A-level players are your top players, like your Bernardos, and then your B-level players are like Declan Rice and them, man. Like your C-level players are guys like Welbeck, bro.
I love that. Man said Rice B-level player. I love that.
Yeah, of course, because he's not A-level player.
Yeah, I'm with it. Hey, fam, this is me you talking to. I'm all for the Arsenal shots.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like Lewis Dunk and that. Lewis Dunk, you could argue he's not even a C-level player. He might be a D-level player, bro.
I'm with you on this. This I agree with. Without doubt. I fully hear where you're coming from and what you're saying. That's why I give him props for the job he's done at Brighton. That's why I don't use what he's done at Brighton against him when it comes
to
the
Zerbi with that squad, yeah. Bro, I think we can agree that Everton have a better squad than Brighton, yes?
I'd have to check both squads.
I'd have to check them right now, bro. What you man's talking about, man? Bro, these men will say we should sign Onana, bro. What Brighton midfielder are we trying to sign?
I'm a fan of Onana. I can't lie. I'm a fan of Onana. I am.
Talking about.
Because where would Everton like? Because Everton, what did they get? Is it 6 points they got taken off?
Bruv, it don't matter. Them motherfuckers are in a relegation battle.
No, they're in a relegation battle because of the points being taken off, though.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, because if you add that, the chat will let us know. Because if you add that 10 points back on, they're comfortably in 14th. They're not in a relegation battle. But I hear the overall point in regards to it and what De Zerbi's done, and it just implies even further how important systems are. That's why I don't want names in regards.
Man said they're only 2 points off the relegation zone, bro.
Yeah. They're only 2 points, but that's because
yeah. But even so, don't matter.
No, it does, because if they had 10 points more, they wouldn't be in
it wasn't 10 points. That got reduced.
Was it not? It was 10 and then it was 6, right? Did they retake it?
They got reduced. And I think it got reduced. I think it got reduced.
Yeah,
I think it got reduced twice. I think it got reduced twice.
Did they get reduced and then they got reduced and then they did not get added back on because they got found guilty or something else?
I'm not sure, bro. When you look at the teams that are in relegation battles, even the fact that Brentford was in a relegation battle, until Ivan Toney came back.
Because I don't rate their team like that, but I hear you in regards.
But that's what I'm saying, bro. And again, Brentford, But bro, when you look at Brentford's team, they're another team with a very good coach, that perform above the sum of their parts.
Yeah, that's why people like Thomas Frank. People have not linked Thomas Frank, but say Thomas Frank deserves a bigger job. People have said this is why you have fans, and it ties back into what we just saying.
Bro, he's a good coach, bro, and that's what good coaches do, bro. Good coaches, get their players, and their team to play above the level that they're supposed to be at, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Under Hodgson, Crystal Palace was struggling, bro. Do you know what I mean? They don't have a rubbish squad.
Hey, they played very well in that game against
they bopped
Liverpool. In particular, the first half.
Liverpool, bro.
In particular, the first half. Very, very good.
But even, Crystal Palace have like a solid team, bro. Like they've got good athletic players. They've got good technical players, and they've got some good young players as well, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? So when you look at Palace,
they do have a decent squad. It's just that it just don't seem to mesh. I don't know what's missing.
But that's what I mean. But they only got 1 more point than Brentford, bro. And I know they got a game in hand, but bro, they're behind Bournemouth. Do you understand what I'm saying? So
they miles off Bournemouth. Because Brentford went through that terrible patch of form where they didn't win for they won one game in the whole year, this calendar year or something like that, or 2 games.
Yeah, but brother, this is what I'm trying to say.
10 points off Bournemouth. I can't believe it.
But this is what I'm trying to say to you. So when you're looking at Man United, with their -1 goal difference, yeah, under Ten Hag with our players, and then you're gonna turn your nose up at the Zerbi? Are you smoking rocks, bro?
No, he would definitely do a better job.
Bro,
than
Ten Hag would have relegated Brighton already.
Without doubt, but that's not the issue. I think some have. Well, I can only speak for me. With the Zerbi, is not him being better than Ten Hag because the bar's on the floor. He'll definitely do a better job than Ten Hag. He'll definitely implement his style, but definitely play better football. It's them the results. That's the only thing I have a concern.
Yeah, but the results. Yeah, but the results
Go on.
are largely down to the players once the system's in place. At the moment, you can't blame the players because the system's not in place.
No. I don't blame the players.
saying?
Yeah, I get that to an extent with the players we have, but I'm talking about the results once he's here with these players. That's all. Is he the guy?
But why would he? Yeah, but why would he not be?
Because if you've never seen, because the pressure's different. That's why. At this level, that's why.
Yeah, but is it really though? Man, talking about pressure, bro.
The
Ten Hag's got us on -1 goal difference, and he's still got a job. What kind of pressure is that?
But you're proving my point. No. Again, not pressure from. We know the owners are Egypt. When I say the pressure, I'm talking about the pressure to perform and get results. Ten Hag's dusted. We know Ten Hag's dusted and should be sacked. And I'm talking about the pressure being at Brighton and being at Manchester United, or being at Ajax and being at Manchester United are two completely different things in regards to the scrutiny you are under. That's why we're seeing Ten Hag say what he's saying in press conferences. That's why he's managing the way he's managing, because the pressure has broken him. That's why. Because I genuinely don't think he's a bad manager like that. I just don't think he's of the level for Manchester United.
Ten Hag's a shit manager, bro.
I don't think he's a bad manager.
He's shit, bruv.
I don't think he's a. So you think once he leaves here, he'll go out of the game? He'll do
bruv, he has to go back to Ajax. That's the best job he'll ever get.
That's the point. But that's the point I'm making.
Yeah, but bro, any donkey can manage Ajax, bro. I'll be honest.
They can't, because the guy
they can, bro.
They can't,
like,
fam, because the
bruv,
last guy you got
Ajax's setup here above his head was the reason why the club was stable. There was so much instability in that club with Van der Sar and Overmars and all them things there, bro. That's the reason why. That is the only reason why Ajax are going through the wobble that they're going through. It's got nothing to do with the manager.
No. But did the last manager not get sacked and it was near a relegation zone and they rioted the fans?
No, but this is all, bruv. That was this season, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But that's what I'm saying, bro. But that's all the unrest.
No, the season, not even this season. The season after he left, they didn't win the league. The manager after, they didn't win the league, to my knowledge. So it's not like you have to have.
Bruv, listen.
You need to have some. Of course, you need to have the stability and a good system, but you also need to have a
Ajax. The way Ajax's team, the way Ajax's team was set up for so many years, you couldn't really die there, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? And then also, when you got to look at Ajax as well, bro, they sell players as well. We went back and we took Anthony from them. We took Lissandro from them. Who else did they lose? They lost Kudus as well.
Yeah, they're a selling club. But the point
they've lost bare players as well, bro. And so they lost their structure and they lost their players. So what was they supposed to do?
Yeah, but the manager still did well to an extent. So I don't know who it was. It was a bad manager. They finished third. The point.
Yeah, but bro, look all the players that they left, bruv.
Yeah, I hear all that. But the point that I'm making is you can't just be an absolute terrible manager and have success anywhere just because of good stability.
Bro, they lost Jurian Timber as well, bro.
Yeah. They lost players. I hear you. I'm not disputing the fact that they lost players. I'm just saying you can't be a terrible.
But how can you put it down to Ten Hag based on what, bro? Like the players win games. They lost Alvarez to West Ham as well, bro. They lost their whole team. It had nothing to do with the manager.
No, again, fam, the point that I'm making is you can't be a terrible manager. This is the overall point I'm making. They sold a lot of players. You can't be a terrible manager and have good players and a great system and win. You must have some form of quality. You have a little bit.
So what happened? So what happened to the ball when he came to Crystal Palace and lost all these games?
Yeah, he was awful. And
but he won 4 titles at Ajax though.
Yeah, there's exceptions to the rule, fam. Did the ball get another job after that?
Yeah, so why can't Ten Hag be an exception to the rule?
I don't believe he is. I don't think he's an exception to the rule because of the first.
Well, he's not an exception to the rule because we've just seen 2 managers from the same club that are both shit. Yeah, so it's not really an exception. It just shows me that it's not that hard to win there.
Nah, I'm not talking about you talking about the toughness of it to win there. I'm not talking about the toughness of it to win there. I'm just talking about I don't think he's that bad of a manager is the point that I'm making overall. He could go back there. What does that bad
mean though?
Okay. What do you mean? What does that bad mean?
That bad compared to who? Compared to what?
I'm just saying in general, because that's what we were talking about. Because we were talking initially about the pressure of managing at Manchester United and Ajax. It's not the same. Same way being at Brighton and being at Manchester United is not the same. De Zerbi could come here and fail. He's
What? So
never
you
been at
think? So
level
you think
before.
that Ten Hag can go to Brighton and do what
No,
De Zerbi's doing?
No, I don't think that. No.
Well
that's
then,
not
so
what
that
I'm
means
saying.
he's not even a better manager than De Zerbi. So
I
how good
never-
do you think he is then?
I never said he's better than De Zerbi.
No,
Them
but if
words
you
left my
don't
mouth.
think De Zerbi's
Go on.
good enough for the Man United job, but you're defending Ten Hag as a manager,
I'm
what's
not
Ten Hag's
defending
level?
Ten Hag. Don't do that. I'm not defending Ten Hag as a manager because I think he
No,
should
but
be-
you are though.
I'm
What's
not
his
defending him
level?
as a manager. I'm not defending him as a manager. I'm not. I just think he's not of this level. I think he could go back to Ajax and be successful. Same way I think De Zerbi could go to Ajax and be successful. I don't think they're the upper echelon. I don't think they're first tier. I think they're second tier. I think De Zerbi's a second tier manager. I don't
But
think
how's
he's
he
good
going to
enough for
be
Manchester United.
successful at Ajax without all the players that he has?
No, but that's players coming through. You know what I'm saying? I think if he went back there, he would do well there. I don't think he'd do bad there again.
With who though? Because they lost all the whole
They
team
haven't-
that he had there is not there no
But
more.
he's built two teams there before. He's built two teams there before, fam.
Bruv, he
Because he's
doesn't
had
build anything.
No,
bro.
not
Like,
him. But I'm saying, okay, let me clarify that. He's had two separate teams there before. Because the team everyone talks about with De Ligt and De Jong and everyone like that is not the next team that he had after that, where he still
No,
had-
he didn't build that team.
I never said he built that. I said he had two different teams there, which he did.
Yeah.
And they were both successful. That's the point I'm making.
Okay.
That's the only point that I'm making in regards to it. And I think De Zerbi, I'm not defending Ten
Bro,
Hag.
you
I'm not saying
overrate
Ten Hag's
this.
better
You
than De Zerbi.
overrate this manager, bro. Because
And
you
how do
still
I
haven't
overrate him?
told you still haven't told me, yeah,
Go
what level you think this manager is.
I said
You
it's
still
second
haven't
tier.
told me.
I think he's second tier. Ajax.
So who else would you put in the second tier?
I put De Zerbi in that second tier.
You
as
don't
well.
need to be a second tier manager to manage at Ajax, bruv. You could be a third tier manager to manage at
Okay,
Ajax.
you might be a third tier manager. That's a difference in opinion. But you asked me a question and I answered it. You said, what level do I think he's at? I think he's second tier. I think if you're looking to win not European Cups. Yes, if you're looking to win Europa Leagues and second tier trophies or be in Europe, not at one of the top leagues, not one of the top European countries, then you'll do well. He'll do well there. So Ajax, I think he'll do fine if he went back because he's had success at Ajax before. Do I think he's good enough for Manchester United? No. But I think if you're trying to win an Eredivisie or a Dutch FA Cup, their version, yeah, he'll do fine there because he had success there. That's all I'm saying. I don't think he leaves here and leaves the game.
I don't
don't
think,
think- oh,
yeah.
you
I
don't.
don't think that you understand, yeah,
Go on.
how different the Ajax is now to the Ajax that he left. I don't think you understand.
No, but the point I'm making, I'm just using Ajax as an example.
But you
I'm just
can't
saying-
use, but bro, you
No,
can't
go on.
use the Ajax that was
I'm
as
not
the
using.
example, bro.
I'm not
The
using
fact
the
that
Ajax-
Ajax fell
Go on.
off, yeah, from where
Yeah.
they were under him
Mhm.
was not just because he left. So much
Yeah,
has changed.
I'm
at that
not
club.
saying that. I'm
If
not.
he
No,
went
I'm
back
not
there
saying that.
tomorrow, he's not going
Yeah.
back to the same job, bro.
I'm not saying that. I'm just using Ajax because he's been there previous. You said what level do I think he's at? I think he's second tier.
but you're saying he's been there previous, but that's like me saying,
No,
yeah,
fam, you miss
Man
it. No,
this Man United now is not Man United under
I know.
Ferguson.
100%,
This is still
Rants, you're missing
Man
my point.
United. It doesn't mean I'm not missing
not-
your point.
Are you are? I'm not talking about him going back to Ajax. I'm using them as an example because he's been there before. You said what level do I think he's at? Second tier. I put Ajax in that second tier bracket. That's the point that I'm making.
As a club.
Yes, they're second tier. Yes, they don't challenge for Champions Leagues. They don't challenge for Champions Leagues. They're a second tier team. They're a team who will build up players and move them on.
I wouldn't even say they're a second tier team.
Nah, they're second tier, because the Dutch league is probably what 6th, 7th in Europe in regards to coefficient, and they aim to challenge and dominate there. So I would put them in second tier. Yes, they don't aim
when
to
they're
go
in,
and win.
yeah, but
Oh,
when they're
Europa
in the
League.
Europa League, yeah,
Yeah.
they don't even challenge to win the Europa League. So how are they the second tier?
They-
Second tier to me is like Sevilla and them man
I think
that are in the Europa League
I
that
think
go
they-
to win that. They're below that, bro. They're
Yeah,
a conference league team.
No, I think they've tried and they failed. They've tried that. They try when they're in there because they're normally in the last stages. Whether it's if we look at them in Europe, whether it's Champions League or Europa League, they either go out in the group stages of the Champions League or they'll be in the Europa League last stages. I don't know their European run, but off the top of my head, I believe so. That's probably accurate. Because under 10, even before Ten Hag, that's who we beat in the Europa League final under Mourinho. It was them. So they're normally there. They're normally in the last stages of European competition or the early stages of Champions League. That's why I say second tier.
Fair enough. I don't agree. I think
First?
they're third. I
You
think
think
they're
they're
third
third tier
tier. I
first?
think they're
So
a
who would you put
conference
second-
league.
So who would you put second tier? What
I just
European
said,
teams? Nah, I'm asking, go on.
like the Sevillas of this world, and
Okay,
that when they're competing, or like
Yeah,
an AC Milan or something, when they're competing.
Mhm.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like they're nowhere near AC Milan.
I hear you. I
Do you
hear
know
you.
what I'm saying? He couldn't get AC Milan job.
I hear you. I hear that.
You see what I'm saying? So I
get
don't
that
think
to-
he's a
I get that to
second tier
understand.
manager, bro.
I
I
get that
think
to
he's a
understand.
third tier, bro.
Mhm.
Because second tier are teams that maybe just qualify for the Champions League, but they go out in the group stages or something like that, or they could win a Europa League.
Mm.
Them
But that's
man are
their-
not winning no Europa
No,
League.
no, winning the
Like
Europa League, but
Valencia's and all that, bro.
yeah,
They get
but-
smoked by
but
these
they
teams.
aim though. Yeah, I bet if we check Ajax's European record, they've been in the last stages of the Europa League or knocked out the Champions League early on, either or, because they normally top 2 in their domestic league. So they're competing in Europe on a regular basis. If we check the last 5-6 years, they're normally there. That's the point I'm making. It might be the lower tier of second tier, but yeah, back to the original point that I was making. Yeah, I think he's a second tier manager in regards to that. Like
to me, if he
Ajax.
doesn't go back to
Yeah.
Ajax, I can't see him getting a job at a club better than Ajax.
That's fair. Ajax might be his ceiling. Don't dispute that. That might be his ceiling. I don't dispute that whatsoever.
That's
That's
what I'm saying.
but that's what it is when I was talking about the pressure of being here. I'm just talking about the not scrutiny.
I genuinely don't think it's anything to do with pressure. He's just not good enough.
But that
He's
ties
just not
into
good
it.
enough.
So you don't think pressure played any part in Ten Hag in the way he's performed this season?
No, he's just not good enough. Like
Alright.
people need to understand, yeah, there's not that much pressure at this club. Like people are saying there's loads of pressure. If there was loads of pressure, there's loads of pressure at Real Madrid, bro. Like I think
There's
Real
not-
Madrid will sack their manager
Mhm.
after 3 weeks, blood. That's
yeah,
pressure. This Bre's
that's-
been at Man United, yeah.
Mhm.
We have a minus goal difference. The Bre
Yeah.
finished bottom of the group stages in the Champions League and didn't get sacked on the spot. A man's talking about pressure. That ain't
but
pressure.
no. But that's two different things. What we're talking about here is I'm not talking about pressure from the club. I'm talking about everywhere else. Some of the fan base and media. That's why he's storming out of press conferences. There's a
Yeah,
reason.
but that's
for that.
only happening now.
But even before that, even the way that he's talking and that, I think, don't get me wrong, I don't think he's good enough. Let me just clarify that. I do not believe he's good enough. However, pressure has played his part, and not being able to handle pressure adds into not being good enough, because the pressure here is different. The media scrutiny is different. The fan scrutiny is different. That's the point I'm making. That's the only point that I'm making. I've said this all season long in regards to him. Do I believe he's good enough? No. But has pressure played a part? Yes, because it's different here. And this is why when we talk about the Zerbi and we talk about other managers, I've said this for the longest. Different here. Some managers' ceiling is second tier and third tier, etc., etc. There is pressure here. That's not the case.
Yeah, this
Not from the
guy
club.
is
Not from the club.
massively out of his depth.
Yeah, he is out of his depth. I agree.
That's what it boils down to. So, what managers you looking at to bring in then, realistically, knowing the project that Man United want to play?
I've said this verbatim already in regards to everyone who's at who I would get personally. Flick.
Yeah.
That's who I would personally go and get. That's my personal guy. However, what I want them to do is all sit down, everybody involved, Omar Barada, technical director, DOF, etc., etc. This is our style. This is the way we're going forward, and go and select a manager who plays said style. That's what I want. And I've said on record, I've said it on your show, said it on my show. I don't want any manager with no excess baggage. So I don't want AO. I don't want no manager who has managed in the Premier League. And I don't want any manager who has previously managed in the Premier League. I want a clean slate in the ideal world. Now, there's not the Zerbi or no one else. There's no one obvious out there. That I understand. However, these people are paid millions upon millions a year to do this very tough job. Go and locate a manager. It's extremely tough, yes, but you are compensated extremely well. That's where I'm at with it. Go get a manager with a clean slate, because there's a bad boy manager now that this time next year, 2025, 16th of April, none of us are going to be talking about. And we're all going to be saying, oh, Ruben Amorim, only in the past couple of years. Prior to 2 years, outside of all the football aliens out there, no one were talking about Amorim. Now it's looking like he's going to get the Liverpool job. 2.5 years ago, no one were talking about Amorim. Even 2 years ago, no one were talking about Amorim like that. Now he's being linked with one of the biggest jobs in Europe off of a season and two good seasons at Sporting. And that's no disrespect, because I think his resume is absolutely weighty. However, that goes to show what I'm talking about here. Go and find Amorim before he becomes the obvious name on the block and we're all talking about him.
I don't know. Hansi Flick, what? He hasn't coached in club football for like 3 years.
Yeah, that's cool.
I'd love Hansi Flick, but then at the same time, cool. Why is he gonna come to a Manchester United project like this one?
Yeah, I hear you. You said to me, who would I personally get? That
but all things included.
That would be my first
included,
target.
because you're not an
Actually,
idiot, because you're not gonna say,
yeah.
"Oh yeah, I'd get Zidane." Yeah, all right, no, you know,
Actually, you know what? I would get Zidane.
Yeah, but
Carry
bro,
on.
you know what we're
Yeah,
trying
yeah,
to
yeah,
do.
yeah,
You know
I
what
get
we're
what you're
trying to
saying.
do here. So
I get what
throwing
you're
up
saying.
names like Hansi Flick,
I get what you're
man
saying.
ain't gonna come into a job here
Hmm.
where we're rebuilding the whole team, bro. It's like man don't understand what phase we're in, bro. Like this
Nah,
doesn't make no
yeah,
sense.
get that. No, nah, with the whole phase thing, where you can still have success in that phase, you can still make that attractive. Approach him. Who knows? Because Hansi Flick's currently managing. Wait, he's not even in a job right now, is he? You don't even have a job
No.
right now. Yeah, you don't even have, because he has at Germany and then he left and now he's just out there unemployed. Approach him again, but that's my personal first choice because I don't know what this. What I want to happen is the second thing I said. That's what I want to happen. I don't want them to listen to me and listen to fans on what's going on. Yes, he would be my pick because he's the obvious name on the list. When I look at all of the names on the list, he's the top of the list. I look at it and go, yeah, Hansi Flick, because I think he's the best available out of what's out there. But again, I don't know all that's out there. Like I just mentioned with Ruben Amorim, who is probably going to get the Liverpool job. 18 months ago, if I would have turned around and said on here, yeah, Ruben Amorim's going to be Liverpool manager in 18 months, people would have looked at me like I'm crazy. Go and get Ruben Amorim before he's the obvious name. Go get Hansi Flick before Hansi Flick. Whether it's a Nagelsmann, go and get Nagelsmann before he's Nagelsmann. Go get these men before they're on our radar.
Yeah,
That's
but
the point
yeah. But then if we went and done that, then you'll turn around and say that they ain't done anything.
No, but you can still go and get someone who has some cachet on there. Like, all right, I use Spurs with Ange Postecoglou. He's done something where I go, all right, cool.
Yeah, but
Cool.
he's done something somewhere where nobody cared, bruv.
No, but have something. No. Again, but you just said, I would say he's not done anything. Have something on your resume. I don't care what it is. It can be a Swedish FA Cup. Have won something and have a clear style. That's all I ask. That's all I ask.
Yeah, but Graham Potter's won Swedish Cups.
We put Paul win, and we seen him die. We seen him die at Chelsea.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. But like, I'm just using your example.
Yeah.
Potter's won shit.
Yeah,
you know
but
what I mean, and he's still not good enough.
But don't use half my example. What did I also say? Don't bring me anyone who's managed here previously.
Yeah, but then that's an even bigger gamble.
Yeah, run the gamble. It's all a risk. Run the gamble.
Bro, that's like bringing in the managerial equivalent of fucking Rasmus Højlund, bro.
Run the gap. No, because Højlund's not done anything of note at football, and you need to have something on your resume. Want something. I would have took Amorim. Crazy part is I would have took Amorim.
So you would take Amorim, even though you don't know how he's gonna acclimatize to the Premier League at all.
Yeah,
based on the fact that he's had success in Portugal.
Yeah.
Even though Villas-Boas had success in Portugal and then got sacked by Chelsea after like 6 weeks or something like that.
Yeah, because anyone we get is a risk. There's gonna be cons to anybody we sign. Name me a manager who we can get where there's no cons.
Bro, I know what you're saying, yeah, but what I'm saying is like it kind of doesn't work like that, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like we're a team right now that have just got a new owner. We're gonna be getting rid of players. We're gonna be bringing players in. We've just got a new director, a new CEO, a new director of football. We're gonna hire a new head of recruitment. We've got a new executive in flipping, what do you call him? A new director in Wilcox.
Yeah, new everything.
Everything is brand new. Yeah. Everything is brand new. They are at the base level phase right now where everything's being built. In order to build something, you need someone that's also at that stage in their career as well. Because that's what it is. So we're not gonna go out and get a Hansi Flick now and say, oh yeah, we're building things up. But then on the flip side, yeah, if you've invested all of this money, yeah, as an owner, and your team's in England, for you to then go outside of England and bring someone here that you don't know is gonna acclimatize, not just on the pitch, but you don't know how their family's gonna acclimatize to move into the country. You don't know all these other things, bro. It's a massive risk and it's a very unnecessary one as well. It's mad unnecessary, regardless of trophies won or anything like that. Like to me, that doesn't.
I hear the unnecessary risk, but it cannot work with a manager from in the country. That's just
It
added.
can,
That's added risk.
but
Yeah,
it's
like,
all about
on.
probabilities.
yeah,
Do you know what I'm
100%.
saying? It's all about probabilities.
Mhm.
It's less likely that a manager that's already in this country is gonna come to Man United and say, "Oh, you know what? Like, I'm not really settling or this," because he's already here. He speaks
Yeah,
the language already. He understands.
yeah.
He's used to the culture. He's used to the weather. He's used to the food. He's used to all these other little things that do matter at the beginning. Do you know what I'm saying?
I get that.
So for you to go outside, the only way you go outside is if you're 100%
And
sure.
that's
You just don't do it.
and that's what they need to be, because signing managers from within it adds more probabilities, but signing managers from within has never worked for a big club in this country. They've never won anything. Every manager who's won something here outside of Claudio Ranieri has not managed here before. Everybody. Fergie wasn't here. Mourinho wasn't here. Wenger wasn't here.
You're
Pep wasn't here.
100%. You're
Klopp
100%.
wasn't here. And that's
You're
what
100%.
concerns me.
You're 100% right. But then there's context in that, because now the Premier League is the league where the best managers in the world do manage now.
Yeah, facts. That's facts.
Like, literally, we've got teams, yeah, and we've seen teams, lesser
manager levels
teams.
go.
We've seen Carlo manage at Everton. We've seen fucking what's his name? That won the title at Man City was also there. Pellegrini.
Pellegrini, yeah.
Like, we've seen bare man, bro. Like, the Premier League is where the managers are at now, and if they're not here, they're coming here regardless. Do you know what I mean? So
no,
it's
no,
all
we're
well and good saying, "Yo, we can managers from other things win things," but then you look at someone like Lopetegui as well. That's really well respected in Spain, and he came here with Wolves and they fucked him off. Do you know what I mean? So it's always a risk. And then you
It's
look at
always-
Nuno. Yeah, Nuno came to Wolves. Do you know what I'm saying? And he looked
Well-
decent. And then in the end, yeah, Wolves with his level. We don't know.
Yeah, Wolves is, and that's why I agree with that. I believe Wolves is his level. Yes, I
But
definitely.
the point is, we don't know.
Now,
Do you know what I mean? We don't know either way.
We do have to take calculated risk, but to me, that's where I would take a risk like that and just run it.
So you would rather bring in a manager, yeah, where there's way more things that could go wrong, yeah?
Yeah, in regards to
Than a
him
manager that's here.
acclimatizing, yes, I would, because they have to take a calculated risk with that. It's like identify who that manager is and say, obviously, I want a manager who speaks English, for example. Yes, of course. But I'm not looking, there's no manager within the Premier League I look at and go, yeah, you. Again, I'm not against the Zerbi like I am a Potter or Southgate. I'm just not convinced.
But
That's
I
what it
think
is.
Potter's won more than De Zerbi. So why are you not more for Potter than De
Because I
Zerbi?
watched Potter die at Chelsea the same way Ten Hag's dying here. It's a mirror image.
But you
That's
could
why.
argue that he didn't really die at Chelsea when
died.
you look and see what Pochettino's doing.
He died. No, Poch is also, yes, it's not the ideal scenario, but Poch is also dying at Chelsea. They're the only team I look at and go, I think they're what's the word I'm looking for? They're coached just as bad as us, if not worse. Because they should not be where they are.
I'd say that
They're awful.
they're not coached well at all.
Yeah, they're awful. That's the point I'm making. I don't think it's nothing to do with that. The same way Potter died at Chelsea, Poch died at Chelsea. That's why I wouldn't want either of them anywhere near the job. And I rate Potter as a manager. I think if Potter went back to Brighton or if he went to Brentford, he'd do well. Crystal Palace, I think he'd do fine. I don't think he's a bad manager. I just don't think he's of the level we're trying to go to. I don't think Potter's a top 4. And we watched it at Chelsea.
Brother, yeah, bro, I don't know, man. I can't lie. I don't blame Potter.
I don't blame
Potter. I don't blame Potter for what happened at Chelsea, bro, because we saw, yeah, Pochettino at Tottenham. We saw him at PSG, bro, and now we're seeing him at Chelsea. And you can't look at Pochettino, yeah, with the players he's saying and saying that he's doing a better job than Potter, because he's not.
I'm not saying Potter's doing Poch is doing a better job than Potter. I'm not saying that.
No, but the point is, yeah, before, I think we can all agree, yeah, that before they both went to Chelsea, people would have said, yeah, that Pochettino was at least a tier above Graham Potter.
We would have said that, yes.
Does it look like that now that they've managed the same team?
Don't look like that, no. They both.
Well, then maybe it's the team.
Yeah, I just don't think either of them are good enough for where Chelsea are trying to go to. I wouldn't want.
But they don't.
Would you want any of them at United?
But he doesn't look a level higher than.
I hear that.
Potter.
I hear that.
So maybe it can just be the club, bro. How?
So you reckon,
why
it's
not?
just the club? So would you take?
Of course it is.
So would you take Poch or Potter at Manchester United right now or next summer?
What do you mean? Would I take them, bro?
Yeah.
If I had to choose between one of the two, I would take
No.
Potter. I'm not taking
Pochettino. No, Potter's. That's not what I'm asking. I'm saying, would you take either? None of them are on your list. Actually,
No,
nah, you said you take Potter, right? Am
I would
correct in saying
take
that?
him. I don't want him, but
Yeah,
I
yeah.
would take him, bro.
Yeah, I would.
Because I think he's a better coach, bro. Chelsea don't look coached. At
Yeah,
least
I
when Potter was the Chelsea coach, I could see what they were trying to
Agreed.
do. They just didn't have a good team, bro.
No,
Chelsea have better players now.
No, agreed, 110%. I'm not disputing the job they both did at Chelsea. That's not what I'm saying is neither of them were good enough for where Chelsea were trying to go. Is the point I'm making. He died there the same way Poch is dying there now. That's the point that I'm making. Potter had to get moved on. He was not good enough for where he did not do a good job at Chelsea whatsoever. Same way Poch right now is not doing a good job at Chelsea. None of them are. That's the point that I'm making. And in regards to that last comment where man said, with all these terms and conditions, we're talking Manchester United Football Club.
Man said Potter had no preseason. I didn't even know that.
Yeah, I'm gonna nitpick. Of course, we're talking the Manchester United manager. Of course, I'm going to nitpick.
Bro.
It's not just go out there and get anybody. It should be absolutely, what's the word I'm looking for? The conditions should be tight. The boxes should be tight conditions to get the Manchester United job. Or are we just letting anyone take it? There should be a bar. There should be
about anyone. It's about letting the person that fits the project.
Yeah.
100%. I feel like everyone's fucking missing here.
No, I get that.
Even this dumb comment, bro.
Go on.
You're going on like Ten Hag did not spend the club's money, bro. 400 million of it. Pochettino never spent Chelsea's money. Chelsea have a recruitment team that brought the fucking players in, and Chelsea have brought in better players than us.
Facts.
Man can't say, that Man United don't have the players. Who fucking fault is that? It's not like we haven't spent the money.
No. That's on Ten Hag. Bear in mind, people, let me just clarify. I'm not defending Ten Hag here in whatsoever. I'm just talking in regards to not that last comment, the comment before where man said with all these conditions, there should be criteria. It should be strict. To me, it should be strict to get the Manchester United job. It should be strict conditions. But then again, I'm not in charge.
Bruv. This is going to be a joke of a summer. That's all I know.
Why do you think it's going to be a joke of a summer?
Because, bro, I know that I'm just going to have to listen to people waffling for the whole summer, no matter who we.
In regards to what? But say we get the Zerbi. You're good with that.
That's the best case scenario.
Yeah. And I've said De Zerbi.
It's the best case scenario. We're not getting a better coach than him.
And that's cool. That's why I said at the start of the show, if we get De Zerbi, I'm not against it. I'm not against it. He just wouldn't be my first choice, but I'm not against it. I'm not going to write it off. All right, you get your chance. You get your opportunity. You've done enough to get an opportunity. He just wouldn't personally be my first choice. That's all I said.
I hear that. Even people talking about players being a problem. If you man think, we don't have good enough players right now, as it stands, to be in the top 4, when you look at what Aston Villa and Tottenham are doing, then you don't know ball.
We should be in the top 4. That's why I'm so critical of this manager, because he was in the top 4 last season.
Bro, man always want to talk about the players, This manager is underachieving massively, bro. I don't know what man are fucking talking about, bro.
We should be in the top 4.
Honestly, bro. Because I don't know how much football these men watch. There ain't loads of great coaches out there, bro. There's not loads of great coaches. And there's definitely, when you're bringing coaches from other countries, you have to think about the language, you have to think about acclimatization, you have to think about the players that are available. There's so many fucking different things that you have to think about. So many different things.
Agreed.
So the list ain't that long. There's not that many people. Loads of people are saying, we should go get Simeone, bro. Like, the Brew's going to win the fucking Scudetto. Why is he going to leave Italy to go to Man United? They're at phase 1.
You mean wait, you mean Inzaghi or Simeone?
Yeah. Simone Inzaghi. Yeah.
Oh, right.
Simone Inzaghi.
Okay, go on.
Like, bro, we're not going to go get Inzaghi. Because why would he come to Man United to be the start of what we're doing? It makes no sense, bro. When you look at the overall picture, there's not many people that are candidates for the job.
100%. The list is small.
And also, if you think about the kind of football that we want to play at the club, the owner has specifically said they want to build a certain framework and a certain style of play that is going to be the style that we play going forward. So that automatically rules out loads of managers. Because if we want to play possession football, that rules out Flick. That rules out so many people. So the list ain't really that big.
No, the list is short in regards to bait candidates, 100%.
So it's like no one's gonna be fucking happy regardless then.
That
No, but it's the
No,
truth
listen,
though.
no, but not
'Cause I'm
necessarily.
hearing bare hypotheticals.
Go on,
I'm
go on.
hearing man making excuses for the fucking players and all the players and players.
But you
Bruv,
know
man
that
are
people
talking
gonna do that.
shit, bruv. Who bought these guys?
Yeah, but Rants.
Man
you
saying
know
the manager's not the only problem. The manager is the main fucking problem because he's playing shit with the players he bought.
Yeah.
So
100%.
until the manager's gone, the players don't need to be addressed because there will be players in this squad that are not playing well that other managers can come in and get a tune out of that this fucking egghead can't.
Yeah.
So I don't want to hear chat about the players.
I'm not hearing about the players because the players are like the manager. They're not. Should we be doing better with the players we have? Yes. Are they good enough for our long-term goals and where we're trying to go to? No. But this can all be addressed this summer. This can all get addressed. And I'm not saying sell the entire squad and bring in an entire squad because that's unrealistic. Signing 20 man and selling 20 man. But you can work towards it. You work towards short-term goals, medium-term goals, long-term goals. That's where I'm at with it.
Well, exactly. And if
That's
you're
where I'm at with it.
starting, and if you're starting short-term goals, then you bring in a manager that can be for the rebuild. Which then again eliminates loads of names.
Yeah.
Because the names that loads of people are talking about we should go and get.
Because people are saying
Nagelsmann was at Bayern Munich, playing in the Champions League. But then man think realistically Nagelsmann would entertain going to Man United to play in the fucking Conference League while we get it right. Realistically, he weren't coming to us anyway, even if we did want him.
Yeah.
Because we're not at that level. This is what I'm trying to say. So when people are turning up their nose at the Potters and the Zerbis of this world, bruv, we've got a -1 goal difference. Who the fuck do you think we're going and getting?
I hear that to an extent. It don't have, but again, that's on the name. It don't have to be a big name for me. It don't have to be a big name. It don't have to be an Inzaghi. It doesn't have to be a Zidane. It doesn't have to be a Flick. It don't have, obviously, they're the names off the top of the head. I've not got the chat open, but the chat are talking about, and I mentioned Flick as it don't have to be them. I'm just saying, who would I personally go for?
So
yes, Flick.
And you would rather that they went,
Go on.
They went out to
went and scouted somebody. Yes, went and
scouted
did their
a
due diligence.
fucking manager, from Portugal or Spain or something and brought them in, even though you didn't know what they were going to do over a manager that's in this country that we know plays good football and we know that can fucking get the best out of players that aren't very good.
Yeah, that I didn't know what he was going to do. Yes, because they should know what they're going to do. This ties back into what I said at the start of the show and what I've said previously about picking a style and getting a manager to pick said style. That's
I hear what you're saying, but this just sounds like,
go on,
because of your prejudice against this manager, because he's been at Brighton.
I don't have a prejudice against him.
You do, because it's because you know him.
I don't have a prejudice. No. It's because I've watched him.
If you went and got a manager that played the exact same fucking football as the Zerbi, because his football's the most entertaining football in the league. If he was in Portugal somewhere and we went and brought him over, you would accept him, but because he's already here at Brighton.
No, it's because it's not just because he's here at Brighton. It's because I've watched him at Brighton and what he's done. Some of his results to me are unacceptable. Going 2-3 months with 1 or 2 wins to me is unacceptable. Them players are better than that.
No, they're not though.
Them players are better than that.
They're not better than that though.
That's good, and he's a better manager than that as well.
Oh, them players are not better than that.
He's a better coach than that. They're better. No, because if you were winning one, all right, he's a better coach.
Bro, flawless. Them players are not better than
Rants. They're better
in
than
the league.
Again, do not saying 10th in the league. I never said 10th in the league. I said better than some of the results they've got and the runs they've been on. They're better than 1 win in 3 months or 2 months, whatever it was. They're better than that. They're better than 1 win in 2 months. 1 win in 8 games. They're better than that. He's a better coach than that as well.
Based off what though?
He's a better coach than that. Based off them being in 10th. Based off where they're at now and what he's done previously. You telling me the Zerbi's not a better coach than 1 win in 8? He's a better coach than that.
1 win in 8 doesn't mean anything, bro. You're saying 1 win in 8, bro. It depends on who they played against and injuries and all these other things. It's fucking Brighton, bro.
I remember the run. This is exactly what I'm saying, and this is why, my head gets fried
when I speak about the De Zerbi thing, because
Go
it's
on.
like people don't understand. People hold Brighton squad, yeah, to a level because he's overperforming with them.
I'm not.
That's the
holding
only
them.
reason for most of these you man didn't even know who the fuck they were, yeah.
I hear that.
Before De Zerbi had them playing football, you didn't even know who they were.
Yeah, I hear that. That's not what I'm disputing. But on the run, I watched the run. There wasn't no tough run, and there wasn't major injuries because man was on my chat every day talking about De Zerbi. And I've had this not debate with you. I've had this debate with De Zerbi. He's a better coach than 1 winning 8. He's a better coach than that. He is. I rate De Zerbi. I've said this. I don't. You think I have a no? I've seen enough where I go. From Manchester United, no, that doesn't mean you're a bad manager. I've said this. I think he's a good manager. I think he's a good coach. I've already said, let me repeat this again. I'm not against him coming to Manchester United, so I'm not turning up my nose about it. I'm saying he wouldn't. I'm just saying, Rants, he wouldn't be my first
wasn't
choice.
it them that knocked Arsenal out the FA Cup last season?
I don't know. The chat will tell you. He's a good manager. I've said this. I don't think he's a bad manager or a bad coach. I'm not turning up my nose against him just because I said he's not my first choice. He's your first choice. He's just not my first choice. That's all I said. He's not my first choice. That's what
I'm saying to you is,
go on.
your opinion on him, yeah,
Go on.
and your opinion on his players is based on the fact that he's done such a good job, yeah. You think that his players are better than they are because he's that good of a coach. You don't understand, yeah, that his ability as a coach, yeah, is a gift and a curse for him because those players are shit, bro.
Yeah, that's fair to an extent. Yes.
This Brer has a relegation team on paper, yeah, if man are not fully available. That's how bad his team is.
Yeah. And I agree with that.
And they're in the top half of the table.
Yeah, and I agree with that to an extent. Yes. To an extent. I do agree with that.
Like, bro, it's crazy.
No, I agree.
Do you know what I'm saying? With all the injuries he's had and the lack of money that they've spent and the players they've sold, Chelsea have spent the majority of the season below his team.
Yeah. They have. Well, Chelsea, yeah. But I get your overall point.
Do you know what I'm saying? And they had to deal with playing in Europe as well.
Yeah, and he did it. Yeah. I take all of these things into consideration. And I've taken all these, but again, I'm not turning up my nose at him. He's just not my first choice. He's your first choice. I'm not that.
But I'm saying, but you said that you would rather Man United win and scouted a manager that hasn't been in the league yet, that hasn't done what he's done.
Yeah. Not necessarily, not done what he's done in the Premier League, because they've not been here. I'm not judging it like that. I don't judge it like that. Like, all right, you've done better than no, because then that would then be obvious names like a Flick, like a whoever, like an Inzaghi, like a Zidane. No, I'm saying go and get the guy before we think he's the guy. That's why I said, for example's sake, I would have took a Ruben Amorim because I like his CV. Don't know a lot about his football, only watched him in bits and pieces. But he's done enough where I can get behind that.
Yeah, but you said go and get a guy before he's the guy. That's exactly what De Zerbi. That's exactly what De Zerbi could be. Everyone, including the likes of Pep Guardiola and all these guys, have looked at him and said, "Yo, he's the next up."
He's the next guy.
Getting the guy before he's the guy is literally getting a De Zerbi.
And that's exactly
this is what you don't understand, because Arteta now is in his second season of challenging for a Premier League title, and this guy never managed.
Yeah, 100%.
He never managed before, bro.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? He don't have a CV like fucking De Zerbi.
No.
Do you know what I'm saying?
No.
And he's at Arsenal challenging for a title.
Yeah.
And De Zerbi's got more of a fucking CV. So getting the guy that could be the guy is literally what De Zerbi is. This is what man's trying to fucking explain to you.
No, and you've explained it to me. And again, and understand that. That's why I'm not against it. He just wouldn't be my first choice.
I hear that, but
that's all I'm saying.
But what I'm saying is but again, you said the trophies. Your trophies argument doesn't stand up to what Arsenal did, because Arteta didn't win no trophies.
He's not, and he's done, and he's going to do it, and he will be the main reason why they will fall short. He's not good enough for where Arsenal are trying to go to. Yes, he's built them up to a certain point, and you need the next manager.
But he could be.
I disagree
That's
with
the
that.
point.
I don't think Arteta is winning them a Premier League or Champions League.
No, I'm not saying he is
I'll
winning
say that
them
verbatim.
a Champions
right
League
now.
or a Premier League, but when you look at it, this is only his
This is
fifth season in
fourth
management.
season. Yeah. And he's doing a good job there to an extent. But why the Arsenal fans, who we both know, and other Arsenal fans, want him gone? Because he's not good enough for where they're trying to go to. Has he done a fantastic job building them back up and where they're at and building the team? Yes. But now they need the next guy to go and get them to that next level. Because Arteta is not it. Right now. Could he be in the future? Yes. But I've said it verbatim and I say it again. Arteta will not win a Premier League or Champions League at Arsenal.
No, 100%. But again, last 2 seasons, yeah.
He's done well.
Exactly. Yeah,
Mhm,
exactly.
mhm.
And that's the point. So trying to get the guy before he becomes the guy.
Yeah.
Is exactly what Man United are trying to do. And if they get him, going and getting Hansi Flick isn't getting the guy that's before the guy.
No, you don't have to necessarily do that. He would be like I said, my personal favorite, by my personal pick. That's me though, because that's with limited knowledge of it. I don't have the knowledge of managers in regards to there's very few managers out there, I think, that we can actually go and get of that quality. There's very few. Look at the list. Southgate and Potter are making the list. I don't think they're anywhere near where we're trying to go to. You're going to go and try and challenge. That's all I'm saying. That's why, again, I repeat this. I'm not against the Zerbi. If we sign the Zerbi, I'm giving him a chance. If we sign Potter or Southgate, I'm Potter out and Southgate out from the jump. From before we get them. I'm like, you man ain't it. Same way I was Moyes out before we got him. Because you're not it. Whereas the Zerbi's done enough to the point where I go, I'll give you a chance. I just don't think he's the correct option. However, I could be wrong. So Flores, you talk about pressure. You want to bring someone unknown into the firing line, so anyone's going to be under pressure who comes here. So that's why it makes sense. Anybody we can go and get someone who's won 10 Champions Leagues and 10 Premier Leagues in a row. We could bring Pep here, and Pep would be under pressure. Anyone here is going to be under immense pressure. I was just using that as an example, using that as a point in regards to why Ten Hag is failing the way he's failing, because the pressure has also made him crumble. That's why he's over there and he's done a complete 180 from what he was last year.
This is crazy, bro. Man, exactly. They're basically saying you want a Potter before Brighton, because that's the description that you made.
Potter before Brighton. Yeah, Fez, if you want to say that. But obviously somebody better than Potter, someone whose ceiling and also overall level is better than Potter's at that point. But yes, I understand the overall.
But if you try and you go and get that guy, you talk about this pressure. How do you know he's going to deal with the pressure of Man United? If he's never managed at a club even half the size, he might not.
But that's what it is. There's no substitute for the pressure you are at under Manchester United, apart from maybe Real Madrid. That's probably it. It's probably Real. There's no substitute for being at Manchester United Football Club as a player or as a manager. And yeah, people, I'm nitpicking. I'm asking for the top 1% of the top 1%. Is very, very tough.
I think it's less than 1%.
All right, less 0.5%. But the manager, that's what we have to do if we want to be successful. That's what Fergie was. That's what Mourinho was. That's what Pep is now. That's what Ancelotti is. They are the top 0.5% of the. And yeah, people, it sounds like I'm nitpicking because I am. Because you don't just get an Ancelotti or a Fergie or a Mourinho or a Pep on trees. It's very tough. What I'm asking for is close to impossible. Do not get it mistaken. I'm not talking like it's easy, people. I'm not talking, it's not easy. But these people are compensated very well to do a great job. Go and do it. That's the point that I'm making. It's extremely tough. Same way with players as well who get here. The players we are asking for are the top 1% in football. It's very tough to go and find them and get them at Manchester United. Can it be done? Yes. Is it tough to
be fair with football players? I don't even think we need top 1%. We just need good footballers, bruv, and then a good coach can put them all together, man. I think it's easier to scout footballers because
there's more.
There's more of them, and you look for players that have a certain skill set. With managers, there's way more things that you have to look. Way more things you have to look at, bruv. You have to look at experience. You have to look at age, whether you like it or not. People do look at age because, bro, you don't want to bring in a manager that's younger than your players. You don't.
That's why
I'm saying.
That's why I'm not.
Yeah. So there's loads of things.
I also think with players as well. I also think mentally how they are, mental attributes. Glad you are, Lanny, man. Are you not entertain people? Run up the likes, hit the subscribe button as well. I think mental attributes as well. That ties into it also. Like just being able to, just being disciplined. I think people really underestimate. Because a lot of players can only be disciplined for a short period of time. Like just a season or Tuesday. This is why you get streets never forget ballers. The talent is there. Streets never forget ballers. The only thing they was lacking was discipline. Because no one ever disputed that. No one ain't disputing that Abdel Tarap's talent. Off the chat. If we just list his attributes from a technical standpoint, but mentally you have to have it too. And again, you're under scrutiny here. And to anyone in the chat, like that's what I'm talking about in regards to this. Not disputing, again, not against the Zerbi people. Not against it. I need to clarify that.
I know you're not against it.
No, you're not. No. I'm saying people in the chat will think because I'm being critical that I don't like the Zerbi. No,
I know you're not against it, but what I don't understand is how you can't see that he is the manager that you're asking for. That's what I don't understand. Because literally all the top managers in the game, pretty much respect this guy as the next up.
Yeah.
That's why he's been linked with Bayern Munich and Barcelona. This guy's not getting linked with no little jobs.
Yeah. I hear that because he's going to make that, like I was talking about earlier on in the show, he's going to make that jump up. He's making the step up. When you're in that second tier of teams in the Premier League, you're going to make that jump up. If you perform well, you're going to get linked to, which De Zerbi is, and rightfully so. I'm saying the reason why I'm not with it 100% is because I've watched his teams. I've watched his teams play. I've watched how he's adapted or not adapted at certain points. I've watched results, etc., etc. Trigger, you hear me, but I'm just saying certain people may not. That's why I stated, because people hear you be critical and think he's awful, he's terrible, you don't want him anywhere near the club. No, I don't look at him like I look at Southgate. That's not what I'm talking about. You're going to say, I'm describing is De Zerbi, but here's the difference. I've watched De Zerbi, so I have more information. If I had zero information on De Zerbi, yes, I would be more for it. But I have more information. So I have more evidence to either back it or not back it. And with the evidence I've seen, I've not seen enough because he's here playing. I've watched certain games and I'm like, I see certain results and I'm like,
I hear the results, but I've never watched Brighton play and said, yo, this spray ain't got these man bopping. Win, lose or draw, this brother has got these man playing a brand of football, that is well above the technical level of the players that he has, bro. And that is a skill within itself. And then you look at a manager like Ten Hag, who has way more technical players and way better players, and he can't get a fucking peep out of them. We got played off the park against Bournemouth.
Oh, yeah, facts. Managers washed, like, needs to be gone. But yes, and people to say, let me just clarify that again. I have more evidence with De Zerbi to anybody in the chat. So that's why. Even though the manager I'm describing sounds like De Zerbi's here, so I have more of a case on him. I have more information on him. Whereas if it's a manager, if De Zerbi wasn't here, I have less information to work with. So I'm and this is me putting trust in the people up, well, not putting trust, looking at the people up top to do their job. That's what I'm looking at is. I'm looking at them to do their job and have more information on the manager than me. This is why I'm not there. I'm not paid millions upon millions of pounds to go and locate a manager and go do what he does.
Yeah.
But the context of why De Zerbi is not getting said results though is because of yes, that ties into it. So again, all of the pro De Zerbi comments and everything in the positive is why I'm not against it. Why I would give him a fair shot. I just don't want. He's just not top of my list. That is it.
No, I hear it.
But if we sign him, cool. Give him a chance. Potter out Southgate. Potter out Southgate out from the jump.
Yeah, bro. I'm there with bruv. Listen, Southgate.
You're there with Southgate, but no Potter.
Bro, to mention Potter in the same.
It's not the same breath.
Vein as Southgate, is mad disrespectful.
No. Southgate's much worse than Potter. I'm just saying I don't want either of them here.
Bro, that's even the Graham Potter thing. I'm of the school of thought, that if a manager does well with players that aren't great, they deserve a top job, I wouldn't say that Chelsea in the state that they were in right now was a top job, bro. He didn't have the players that Pochettino's got.
That's true.
And also, he wasn't given a lot of time. He didn't have a pre-season,
No.
And the club's still a mess now.
Yeah.
So, with all of those things, I can't look at Graham Potter and say, yo, it's your fault you didn't do well at Chelsea. I can't say that. I can't honestly say that because I don't think he was given a fucking. I don't think he was given a fair shot. I think he was set up to fail at Chelsea. And if that wasn't the case, Pochettino's way more experienced than him at a higher level, and Poch didn't hit the fucking ground running.
Yeah, Poch is yesterday's man. The Poch is not it.
I think that people judging Graham Potter on Chelsea is like judging fucking Jadon Sancho or Paul Pogba on why it didn't work out for them at Man United. I don't think it's their fault.
No, but what the difference with those two is they performed at a higher level on the pitch than Potter has in management, because he was over in Italy doing his thing. Sancho was in Germany doing his thing. Potter is not the managerial equivalent of that at Brighton.
I hear that, but I hear your point. Brighton, he had these man, bro. He had the man on course for Europe, and that's the reason why Chelsea came in the first place.
Yeah, they did.
Do you know what I'm saying? So I don't think it's fair to look at Potter's time at Chelsea and write him off as a coach. No, the football they were playing was way better than the football that Poch has this man playing.
Yeah. Don't get mistaken.
Like, bro, they just never had a Cole Palmer.
Yeah,
do you know what I'm saying?
It's miles better because Poch is, like I said, I can't be more critical of him because he's awful at what he's doing. But I'm not trying to, like, there's not enough where I go, yeah, get him at United. But I hear your point with the Chelsea stuff. I don't think he's blameless, but I hear your point.
Yeah, no, I hear you. Do you know what I mean? So it's just one of them ones. So for me, I can't write off Graham Potter as a coach based on Chelsea. As far as I'm concerned, it's Chelsea's fault. Chelsea is still showing me that for all the money they've spent, bro, a billion odd, they're still not a great team. And that can't be all on the manager either.
No,
even though I think it's more on Pochettino now because he has better players. Potter never had those players.
No, that's fair.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, so I
Poch
think he still had Kai Havertz and that.
Yeah. Kai Havertz, that I agree with 100%. Poch had better players, without doubt. He just looked broken at the end of his tenure. It looked like it broke him. How he looked is how Ten Hag looks now. And that's my biggest concern.
Yep. And this comment, 100%. This is what the new Man United manager has to do. Being given a set of players and implement a style, which they both did at Brighton.
Facts.
Which is why I trust them as coaches. Whether or not they're good enough managers to take us to the level that we need to get to, that's a different discussion. But then if they're not, we get another manager like Arteta. Arteta's a good enough coach to get Arsenal playing cohesive football to a certain style. He might not be a good enough manager to take them to the next level. However, he's done his job. Do you know what I'm saying? And then you go and replace him and he can be the guy before the guy. Man United need to be looking at the guy before the guy. And if the Zerbi turns out to be the guy and we don't need to get someone else, happy fucking days.
And that's where I'm at. Hey, this pre-pause. I don't even know how to say this. I don't want the guy before the guy. I want it to be the guy now. That sounded.
I hear that, but that's not. I know what you're saying, but what I'm saying is that's not realistic to the stage of the project we're in, and that's why it looks like you want a unicorn.
Yeah. Pretty much, I'm asking for not like a unicorn, but close to. I hear you. What I'm asking for is not. I've said this verbatim. It's what I'm looking for is not easy to go and find. It's not. There's probably one manager, maybe two managers. It's pick up edgy. But like that's what I am indeed looking for. Like I said again, if it's the Zerbi, cool.
You sound like you're looking for Saleh Ferguson leaving Aberdeen, bro. But the problem is that's
very tough. That is extremely.
There isn't one.
It's extremely tough to find. 100%. That's why I'm not holding INEOS and everybody to it and saying it must be this. I'm saying surely, again, why I talk about all the time, where with the league, aim. I'm saying the aim can be that. If you miss, you miss. The same way people always talk about, Manchester United not winning the league. Oh, you've been nowhere near winning the league title. The aim should be to win the league, is my point. Even if we fall short. I'm all about aiming. So to me, the board and everybody, the aim should be to go where. We're Manchester United Football Club. Why are we not aiming to go and get the 0.001%? But
I hear it. And bro, Ten Hag ain't got the personality to be Man United manager either, bro. The whole thing was a disaster. But that's the reason why he didn't get the Spurs job. He wasn't good enough for Spurs, but somehow our stupid board gave him a job. Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah,
it is what it is. So
Yeah.
the game is the game, bro. And yeah, I 100% agree with you. I think the Zerbi's earned the right, yeah, to get that step up. The same way Potter earned the right at Brighton,
Yeah.
and it just so happened that he took the wrong job at Chelsea.
Mhm.
I'm not holding that against Potter because I still see, yeah, like what he done at Chelsea in terms of organizing them, and he had them looking a lot more organized, playing better football than Pochettino's had them playing. Pochettino looks like he picks the team and then he just goes to sleep on the side. That's what it looks like watching Chelsea. So as coaches, I think that that's the level of coach that we should be looking at.
First, I hear that.
Do you know what I'm
That's fair.
saying?
No, that's fair. That's fair.
You know what I mean? Literally, I think that that's the
That's fair. You're
I
not
think
wrong.
that that's the level of coach that we should be looking at, to be completely honest, because that's the stage that we are as a club.
Okay, no, that's fair. And that the
Do you know
thing
what
is,
I'm saying?
that's logical and that's reasonable. I can see why you think that.
Mm.
Man, I can see why you think. No, I can see why you think that. Without doubt.
No, 100.
And
Hey,
again-
you lot.
Go on.
No, just you lot run up the likes. Make sure you subscribe to Sarcasm City TV. You know what it is. I'm redirecting from here straight into the watch along. Sancho starts. You get me? I'm watching the Dortmund game.
Love that.
Do you know what I'm saying? What are you telling me, bro? What you got coming up?
I'm doing obviously NBA play-in start. Obviously, it's playoff season, people. So play-ins over on the playback. 12:30 a.m. will be live. Pelicans, Lakers. And following that, we will be doing the Kings versus the Warriors as well. Got the Q&A on the YouTube channel, Sarcasm City TV. We're like, you lot, please go and subscribe because we're like 7 subscribers off 11K. So make sure
Hey,
you go.
whoa,
go and subscribe.
whoa. You lot go subscribe right now.
Subscribe, man, and hit to get me to 11K. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Shout
You
out-
lot
shout
subscribe
out
right
to
now.
the
Get him
man.
up to 11K. Do
Yes.
you know what I mean? Run that right now, people.
Make sure
man.
you do
know what
that,
I mean?
yo.
Because you lot can do that.
Yes.
And yeah,
And
I'm
just
literally
before,
gonna redirect and go straight in.
yeah. Love
Yeah,
that.
what were
fam.
you saying?
And I was just gonna say to anyone in the comments, I know afterwards, people are like, oh, you man, me and Rants are cool. Don't get it mistaken just because we was debating. You always get idiots like, oh, you man beefing. No, you know what I'm saying? Just to clarify. We're
That's
calm.
it.
there's no
11K hit, my
I
bro.
got 11K. Hey, love. Thank you for that, Rants. Appreciate it, man. Big up
That's
to all
it.
of you, lot,
Yeah,
man.
bro. Listen,
11K.
that's what it's about. It's about sitting down and having debates, blood. That's what man do in the barbershop. That's what man do. That's what man do everywhere, bro. Man, that's sit down and have debates, bro. That's the whole fucking point of this football thing. Not everyone's not supposed to have the same opinion.
Facts.
So, like, it just is what it is.
Facts.
So, yeah, man. Hey, big up everyone inside. Run up the likes on the way out. I'm gonna redirect. Make sure you run the likes as soon as you get into the watch along stream.
Run up the
And
lights
yeah,
there and here, people.
I'll see you guys over there.